In this problem, we're dealing with something called indirect measurement. And the idea here is that if you can set up two similar triangles that have their sides proportional to each other, you can measure the side of the smaller triangle that corresponds to some side over here of the bigger triangle that's a hard thing to measure. So for example, this side of this triangle represents the width of a river, and maybe it was too tough to wade into the river and stretch a measuring tape across. The river's too deep or too swift. But this distance here is easily measured on the land. So the thing you need to know about a problem like this is that these two triangles are similar. Triangles are similar when all their angles are the same. They both have right angles, 90-degree angles, and then these two angles are the same because when two lines cross in an X, the angles that are across from each other are the same. And that makes these two angles here the same as well. So these are similar triangles. When you set up a proportion, which is how we're going to solve this problem, you have to know which sides correspond. And this triangle is really this one turned upside down. So this side right here is sort of, I would think of as the base of the triangle, and it corresponds to this side here. So 31 and 65 are corresponding sides. So I'm going to set up a ratio where I put 31 over 65. So that is the relationship between this side and this side. Now I'm going to set that equal to the relationship between, let me grab a different color, this side and its corresponding side, which is this side. Now in my first ratio, I put the smaller triangle on top, the bigger triangle on the bottom. So I need to do that same order in the second ratio. So the smaller triangle is 17.2, and the larger triangle is what we don't know. So I'm going to put X in there. So this is a proportion. 31 is to 65 as 17.2 is to what we're looking for. And now I can solve this for X. The way you solve a proportion like this for X is you cross multiply. So I'm going to multiply 31 times X, which is 31X, and 65 times 17.2. Let me grab my calculator. So 65 times 17.2, that's 1,118. Okay, so we have 31x equals 1,118. Now I want to solve for x because I want to find out what x is. X is multiplied by 31. To undo that, I can divide by 31. But I have to do that to both sides of the equal sign. Here, the 31s will cancel, and here, 1,118 divided by 31 is 36. And they wanted, well, it's 0.0 something. They wanted us to round to the nearest meter, so 36 will do. So this river is 36 meters across. So that is how to use similar triangles and a proportion to measure something indirectly.